everybody, this is Max Prime. Subscribe to the channel above, like this video below. Today I have two special guests, and before I introduce my guests today, I want to give a good backstory, which will lead me to the introduction. As you know, I'm a lover of comic books, artwork, music, etc. And I came across a rap battle that featured rapper Spider J, who had an amazing body paint artwork of Cyborg. It looked like the Cyborg from DC Comics, literally like stepped off the pages of the comic book. And that's why I have my guest today, because I want to find out more, the backstory behind it. So I have my special guest, Jessica Mello, again, makeup artist, as well as battle rapper Spider J. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, as always.
That's good, that's good.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Good, good. So one of my first questions I want to direct towards Jessica. Jessica, now how long have you been doing makeup artwork? As you know, because I've seen a lot of your artwork through your Instagram, and it is amazing.
Thank you. I've been doing face painting since about 2009, mostly off and on. I got into body painting late 2010. I believe 2011 was special effects makeup and traditional beauty makeup. I got into it backwards. So I started doing beauty makeup last, kind of as a necessity for film. And I kind of switched between doing makeup and modeling for other painters. So I've been able to learn from a lot of the best painters in the world because they paint me. And I've been painted like 400 to 500 times. So I'm on both sides of the brush, love both sides of the brush. And so it's hard to tell exactly how long I've been doing each thing, since I kind of go back and forth. But the modeling has been about 6 years, I think, now.
But how did you exactly get started in all of this?
Honestly, I got sick. I was doing promotions and stuff, and I got sick. I couldn't work for a while, and one of my friends was doing face painting. And I always loved her work, but I didn't have time because I was always working. So finally, I had time to start learning. I started on YouTube, met some other face painters, saw body painting. I was like, that's a bigger canvas. That's so awesome. Let's start with that. And just, I've been so inspired by the people in my industry, and they're such good people. It's like a family. It's filled with amazing people who've been there for me through all of these years, and that's what kept me going in it. And I don't know, I just keep going because I keep getting inspired by people, and I'm really happy to call these people my friends.
Who are some of the clients that you've actually worked on? You know, I've seen a lot of your Instagram posts, and you have your self makeup, but you've been working with a lot of people. Anybody who I would say is, I guess, anybody out there. You could say film or movies, TV.
Yeah, well, the first person I ever actually did makeup on, like beauty makeup and effects for a film, was actually Rachel Miner, who was one of the sweetest people on the face of the earth. And she was so encouraging. I was so nervous, and it was the first film that I worked on. I worked on a music video before that with some of the cast of Spider-Man, the musical.
Oh, wow.
And they were awesome. I loved them all. So yeah, it was some of the same people on the next film. And Rachel, she was Meg on Supernatural.
Oh, wow.
She was one of the people that, like, I went in not really knowing much about regular makeup. They were just like, here, do the makeup too. And like, I do special effects, not beauty. And it was really nice to have such an encouraging person to start on, and like that really upped my confidence level. And I started getting work from that, like from people who were on that set. Like, hey, you did this makeup, can you do my makeup? Can you do this? And that kind of got the ball rolling. And then when I worked with the cast of the Spider-Man musical, it was for a music video that was separate from the musical. And I covered them head to toe in opaque glitter. There were like 6 different glitters. And from Chunky, I mean, there was glitter everywhere. I'm just happy they're still friends.
As far as for when you work on people, is it difficult for you sometimes? 'Cause I know it's all about patience, and sometimes I've seen a lot of like body painting, and you have to be perfectly still. Is that one of the factors when it comes to like working on people, like patience? And
It is on both sides. I mean, I've been painted up to 15 hours at a time, and if somebody's not completely still, then it's actually going to make the process longer, and that's not a bad thing. A lot of people most people can't hold still for that long. You need to move the body. It's actually really important to move the body during it, but I mean, the longer you have perfect stillness, the easier it is to paint. It's just, you have to remember that your canvas is a human. So people are like, why do you paint people? I said, well, I tried to paint my wall and it wouldn't bend over when I asked it to. Like, you know, it's the interaction is what I like about it. But yeah, you do have to have a lot of patience, both in the chair and doing the makeup. Oh, and also back to who I've worked with. Actually, last week or 2 weeks ago, I was in Dallas. I don't know if you've seen, because you are a fan of comics, and well, obviously I painted him as a cyborg. I don't know if you know the RoboCop series.
Yes.
So I was doing Angie Bowling, who played RoboCop's wife in the original series. Actually, the Ange in the film I just worked on, Far From the Tree.
What's some advice that you would give upcoming makeup artists that are trying to, like, you know, be successful in this career industry?
Honestly, the best advice is just do it. There's so much putting it off. Like, well, with airbrushing, I put it off for a couple years. I got an airbrush and then I was so intimidated by it. Just do it, and also be open to advice from people. Be open to changing your views, to continuing learning. I mean, one of the best artists in the world, actually, well, the Wolf Brothers, they're two of the people who inspired me the most, even in the beginning, and still to this day, they changed the face of, well, more body paint and effects. They're incredible, but they're incredible humans too. And they were like, if you're not having fun, why are you there? And also, like, basically they said the day that you stop learning, the day that you think you know everything, is the beginning of the end of your career. You have to always be moving forward, and also be nice. Be nice to people. There's no reason to get on a high horse. Nobody's better than anyone else. And when everyone is working together and happy for one another with success, there's people who will get jealous of any sort of success. That's not productive for anybody. I think that we're all trying to work to move forward, and we're all trying to learn. And the more you boost one another up, the more you're supportive of one another, the better it's going to be for everybody.
So I'm going to direct my next question to Spider J. Spider J, again, I came across your battle posts. When I seen that makeup, I was like, whoa! Like, again, Cyborg stepped out of the pages of DC Comics and showed up in a rap battle. Now, what rap battle was that? And I know that was up in New York, right? That was was it Hamaday, and you were battling, was that Loose Cypher?
Beast Mode New York is the league. Shout out to Lex. Shout out to every rapper on Beast Mode. Those guys are phenomenal. They do events every month, big name events. And I wanted to do something big. This battle comes out tomorrow. My 8th film comes out tomorrow. You'll see what happened to Loose Cypher. I don't want to, like, give away, but something really crazy did happen, as every battle of mine. I really want you guys to check it out tomorrow. Monday it comes out. And of course, you know, the person who was responsible for, which I couldn't sing, everything just worked out perfect for this. And yes, he's like amazing, you know, amazing. Loved her work. I thought I had to lock her in. You know, I did it. It happened. I got everyone talking again. This is actually the first or third interviews. I can't even say what I did yet. That's saved for the next 2, just because I promised them the scoop. But yeah, I just want to plug Hamidine Monday. Thank you, the whole comic community, for supporting me. The whole battle rap community means a lot to me.
I guess seeing the pictures online on IG, Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm like, whoa! Like, I want to see this battle, because the makeup art, like, it looked like one heck of a performance. So my question was that, you know, when you donned, like, almost that full body superhero costume, can you tell us a little bit about you know, like, where you drew inspiration from, or, you know, what exactly happened? I know you can't tell me too much about what happened during the battle, but
so it all ties in with what happens. I remember my last battle, made battle rap, got everyone talking, the whole scene talking again. I still had critics, you know, oh, he didn't put this in a scheme format. He didn't really immerse us. So this is like a complete immersion. I came as the costume, came as the character, did what I had to do. And I really wanted to outdo the last one, just like the next one. Now the next one's going to have to be even more crazy. So, you know, we have some work now. But that's it. You know, it was a whole immersion thing, the immersion factor. I'm really different. I'm not like any other battle rapper you've seen.
And as far as do you have any future plans, appearances, or any favorite superhero costumes you might be doing, donning, or putting on soon? Or, you know, do you have any, like, favorite superheroes you might want to do?
Yes. There's 2
Yes.
major ones I want to do. I don't want to name drop them. I'll do one.
Okay.
One you probably guess, Venom, Carnage. You know, I always want to do that. That's on the bucket list. There's one more that I'm actually going to have to go to prosthetics for. Is that what it's called? Prosthetics.
Oh, wow.
Pricey, but it looks crazy and it's worth it. And I really think I can immerse people with this one. And I really have something cooking. So actually, I don't like jinxing and talking too much about things while I'm working on them
Yeah.
because it messes it up. And I don't want to. I know people like look for hints, so I don't want to even give anything away. But the next one is going to be at least 10 times what this one was, and I can't wait for you guys to check it out. It comes out tomorrow. YouTube, Beast Mode New York.
And you were talking a little bit about December. Now, there's an upcoming event that you're actually going to be battling in again, and like I said, you're getting prepared to, be fully, you have another costume plan, and you said it's December. Well,
Yeah,
what event is that
that's it.
coming up?
We're locking something in for the end of the year, December. Beast
Okay.
Mode has 3 really big events: October, November, December. Leagues Beast Mode New York, Beast Mode Toronto. And I really want to close out the year. But I think everyone else, if you really like that battle, you should really go on Beast Mode's channel, check out the rest of them. They have a really big event going down tomorrow. Or I think, yeah, this coming month. They just had one yesterday, Titan 2. I don't want to give it out. I don't want to spoil it. Crazy event. And that's really it.
And since again, I've been following your career for a while, Spider J, and I love, like I said, you're one of my favorite battle rappers, and I know that you're bringing out these like comic book characters now. So what are your favorite comic books out there? Like obviously.
So
If people don't know by now, Spider J, the name Spider J basically comes from what's the comic in Vertigo?
Metropolitan, you got it.
Yes,
Spider Bruce Transmetropolitan, the anti-hero slash villain slash you don't know what he is.
One of the most infamous, I would say, classics out there in comic books. Go check out that Vertigo comic book, and again, that's where he got the name from. So, like, as far as for Spider J, like, how do we find you? How do we find you on social media? How do we find you, like, on Facebook, Twitter, etc., the full nine?
I'm on Facebook, Spider J, Instagram, Spider.J, Twitter, Spider.J. Check it out.
And that
watch
battle.
on versetracker.com/Spider J. Ryan Verse. Shout out to Ryan Verse Tracker, and shout out to Minnesota Luke. Shout out to BattleRap.com. Those guys like pretty much made me.
And the battle between you and Lou Cypher will be out on Halloween Day. Is that right?
Monday, tomorrow it comes out, October 31st.
And as far as for Jessica, what are your upcoming projects? What are you working on?
I have a couple of films coming up. I know that, I'm going down to Florida to do some camouflage painting, modeling, and painting down next week. No, not next week, next month.
How do we find you, Jessica? How do we find you on social media, Twitter, Instagram,
I
Facebook?
don't do that because I talk way too much, as you can tell. 140 characters.
No.
It's very intimidating to me. But I do a lot on Facebook. I'm really active on Facebook and somewhat active on Instagram. Instagram is just a chameleon. It's kind of a play on my own name and a chameleon because I change colors all the time. But it's so it's Jessica, and then MELEON is that name for Instagram. Jessica Mellow, just like yellow, on Facebook, and then Snapchat is Jessica Chameleon, but with an O, or with a 0 instead of an O, because somebody took it spelled the right way, and I was like, wait, who is this person? Can I go smack them upside the head? But then I decided to just use a 0.
Okay, I just want to, again, wish my guests the greatest. I wish they prosper in their career. I'm going to put out their social media information out on the screen right now. I'm flashing it as we speak. So my fans and subscribers, go follow Spider J. Watch out for his battle. Go to Jessica's Instagram. Look at her beautiful artwork. It is quite amazing. And as always, subscribe to the channel. Like this video, and that's a wrap. But again, thank you to both of my guests. It was a pleasure having you both.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
No, you're welcome. You guys have a good one. And everybody, Max Prime out.